So we're just out of Big Valley here, mowing. So it looked like this on the road here. This was all rock, unbelievably. And it just kind of fills in really quick. So that's some of the deep dark woods back there where the bears live. And right up there at the edge of the tree line, let's see, right in there, is where, what was it, 3 years ago, they had started logging this 20. And I came out on a Friday afternoon and was gonna mark the wetland buffer, the stream buffer. And oh my gosh, there was a bear there, and it wasn't leaving. Whoop, I'm just having some fun, laying a little rubber. So this is the turnaround area here, and it was just thick in reeds, and I mean it was just like that, you know. So my poor little mower, the DR mower, 8 horsepower is not enough. The big ones, the ones they sell now, are a little wider cut. This is a 24. They start at 36, they go to 34, but they're 20 horse motors, engines. A motor is electric, an engine is combustion, right? So, smoking a Brebbia that I actually really like. It's a Korale. Come on, focus, focus, focus. You're not gonna focus, are you? All right, fine. Smoking some MacBaren HH Highland Mixture, a Scottish blend. Just kind of sounded good. So, yeah, this here's Big Valley. So I'm always kind of looking over there for Mr. Bruin. See if he's there, he, she, I don't know. I was at a fire department thing for most of the afternoon, so didn't get out here till late, but my my pain doc, my back doc said to take it easy, would you? Just take it easy. So take constant breaks. We know you're gonna mow. You're not gonna hire it out. You should hire it out. I'm not. What I do need to do though is rent. The rental place over in town has a 30-inch DR, and I think it has a 18. It might have the 20 horse motor on it, engine. And I'd like to see how that does, just like just mowing right into this stuff. Because the 8 horse just, even with a fresh belt, which really helps, it just kind of bogs down. And then it'll kill it too. So that can't be good for it. But it just comes right back while you disconnect the blade and set it down to idle, and one pull and it just starts. It's amazing. Briggs & Stratton industrial engine. So I'm just a sweaty mess here. My dad always believed, I think it's been debunked, in fact I'm certain it has been, that we tend to ingest heavy metals, and he did, particularly as a dentist, in his laboratory work. And so his belief was that the only way to rid yourself of heavy metals is to sweat them out. So he would go up, we lived in Denver, he would go up into the mountains to a hot springs and just spend the afternoon sweating his guts out. And then later, when I got a little older, he'd take me along as company, just for somebody to talk to. There were these old arthritic, broken down miners. You know, it makes my back issue look like I'm a frickin' sissy. But I mean, they were just like, oh, totally wrecked. And they'd be up there, and they had some great stories. But he'd go up there about once a month and just spend the afternoon soaking and sweating. So, yeah, I have some good memories of some great conversations up there. But I think that's been debunked. And I don't have any, other than everyday living, any reason that I ingest a lot of heavy metals. So, but it does feel good to sweat, you know. So, no sign of Mr. Bruin. I do have a gun in the truck. May I never have to use that. But the alders, planted 8,500 alder trees here. I did not. I did contract that out. And we spaced them about 8 to 9 feet apart. You know, it's kind of an approximation always. And then up on the dry hillsides, up behind me there, let's see, up along that way, is some fir. So in 70 years, that'll be ready for harvest. Let's see, I would be. So we'll see if I live long enough to harvest some of this alder. It's got about a 30-year turnaround. We shall see. But I'm done for today. It's not even 6, and it's starting to get twilighty. Golden hour has actually passed. The golden hour. So those alders look good. I'm going to have to get in there, though, and cut down some of the maples that have sprouted up from the stumps and so forth. So that is something yet to do. Hopefully I'll get my back under control, and I can do more of this heavy activity. That would be swell. But right over here, I'm going to turn around so I can see it. Right in the meadow back here, it's reversed. That's confusing. Some of the fire guys want to set up a shooting range. And this is a great piece of property because it has the acreage to do it legally. It's way away from everybody, and it shoots into a hillside over there that's completely unoccupied and so dense that it will, there's just no chance of anybody being in there. So, yeah, we want to do that. But anyway, nice afternoon's work. I wonder if I'll feel it. What I've been doing is I took a couple of baby aspirin. I read somewhere that for NSAID pain relievers, that generally one is usually enough for prophylaxis, and to not overdo it. So I have the little 81 milligram chewable baby aspirin, and so I'll take a couple of those sublingually, let them absorb, and that is seeming to work pretty well. So, let's see. It feels so good to get this kind of groomed. I love it. Yeah. Because it just gets so overgrown you can't even see where the road is, you know. It's just, yeah. And if I'm going to have other people out here, I need to have it kind of prepped so they don't get stuck, because this is a place where the feller bunchers that are tracked vehicles when we did the harvest, which is over here. And a lot of the little alders have lost their leaves, so it's kind of hard to see them. But they're doing great. They're like 8-10 feet tall, maybe even 12s, and just looking really healthy and nice. So So the guy who planted, who I contracted to do the planting, he was kind of a ex-hippie guy. He said, yeah, alder is priced so nicely these days that everybody wants to plant alder. But he said most sites aren't ideal for it. But he said, this site, this is the ideal alder site. So, we'll see. They look good. So, that HH Highland mixture is nice. It's a few years old in the tin. It's one of those 3.5 ounce tins. And dry enough. It was pretty moist when I first opened it, I remember. So, makes for a nice smoke. You know, pipe smoking while I'm working like this is just so awesome. It just is, it really makes the experience, I don't know, a lot better for me. Oh, let's not lose our light here. It's pretty tasty, you know, it's medium. Has a little flavor, has a little bit of aromatic in there, I can taste it. This Brebbia I got on eBay, I think it was 25 bucks. Came from Israel. So, and it's not perfect. The mouthpiece, I'm sure you won't be able to see it. Let's see. Oh, is all like crapped out there. But that vinyl tubing kind of holds it all together. And it would kind of be, I would have to replace that if it wasn't for that tubing. So, yeah, see? Nice rustication. I see why people like Brebbias. Yeah, it's good. I've had a number of smokes with this pipe and it's nice. So I had my MRI this morning. It's a weird experience. I had one before, so it wasn't totally unknown. But it's just, can that be good for you? I don't think so. But that's what you got to do to take a peek inside. So next week I'm sure I'll get word from the radiologist who reads the results. And we'll see. We'll see what he says, or she. So, anyway, it's great just to hang out here. Get a little work done, but it's mostly just being out here, honestly.